Remy LeBeau, Gambit, the newest strategist on the roster, has finally been added to Marvel Rivals in Season 5. Today we're going to go over his abilities, his gameplay, his ultimate, so you have a general idea of how he works as a healer and how he works as a strategist. I'm really excited for it. He's a lot of fun, so let's get into it. So starting off with Gambit's basic attacks, he has 21 cards in his deck. When he throws one, he's going to throw 3 at a time. When it comes to damage, each card is going to do 20 damage exactly. Reloading takes around 2 seconds. Now for healing, it's a bit different. Each card on paper does 30 damage, but actually upon further testing, we found that it does kind of scale down very slightly lower. So 1 card is 30, 2 card is 59 health, 3 card is 88. Very, very minimal, but there's still that difference. Onto Gambit's basic melee attack. It's a 3-part combo. The third part of the combo actually does multiple hits of tick damage. It's the base damage for a melee. However, if you do the combo as shown here, the most efficient way to do damage is attack, melee, attack, melee, and continue that indefinitely. Now Gambit has a lot of abilities, and I mean a lot. So first up is the Slam. Now the Slam is going to go and deal 63 health. It's going to heal yourself 63 and your teammates in that range, and it's going to do around the same damage to enemies in range as well. If you do the Slam from above, he's going to fall down. It does not increase the damage, but it looks awesome, so you should probably do it. It's very good when you need to quickly heal yourself or quickly heal your teammates if someone's diving, and it's a pretty good pity damage in a pinch if you really need it. Next up is Remy's Dash. So Gambit on shift, he has 2 charges. It does not consume any cards, which is his resources. You're able to do it in any direction. Overall, pretty decent. On the charge, you do have a secondary ability you can do, which is the Big Easy Impact, where Gambit will spin his staff, and you're able to do pretty decent damage to everyone in front of you. So it also does heal friendlies, as you can see here, very small. The actual numbers are kind of almost negligible at this point. However, we have recently found a tech, we found out day 1, where you can actually control the dash distance, very similar to Black Panther. If you look down at the ground while doing the spin, you'll maximize your damage output and maximize your healing for this ability. So make sure to use this if you're not just trying to get the extra distance. The rest of Gambit's moveset has been split into 2. He has his heal cards abilities and his damage cards abilities. His heal card ability, when activated, uses 1 card, but all it does is it gradually heals you. It does not increase the healing you do. However, if you use the Flush, which is the first option, it will chain a healing to all friendlies nearby. However, it is actually determined on where you are, not where the person you chain to is. As you can see here, that last person only got kind of 1 hit, and because I was in between them. So, however, if you're in between all 3 targets, you'll get as much healing as possible. The next section is the Raise. Now, the Raise isn't very good for healing. As you can see here, it kind of doesn't really do the effect. It's kind of great range. However, it will cleanse them. That's why we saw in the trailer, we're talking about Strange Ult, Emma Ult, any sort of stun or grab, that'll work. Now, the next set of his moveset is the damage cards abilities. Now, when activated, this actually does increase his base damage. All 3 cards will now do 69 total instead of 60. And he has 2 options. He has the Raise, and he has the Flush again. Now, the Flush is going to do a long-range attack that will hit 1 or 2 targets, and it's going to apply anti-heal. The Raise, however, funny enough, actually raises the opponents. So this is the Flush, long-range anti-heal, and the Raise is going to jolt up enemies and push them back. Very good in a team fight when you need to really disrupt the enemy's formation. A lot of utility for a strategist here. When looking at the ground, it does not change the direction of the push in any way. Now, the best way for this ability that I've seen so far is getting behind with 1 dash, quickly pushing, like so, and then dashing back. Probably gets a little bit, combos into potentially a Bucky pull or a grab by Emma. So this new team up with Magneto. Magneto can now empower his basic attack with kinetic energy from Gambit. It increases the damage by doing a kind of second burst of damage with the kinetic energy. It is quite good. I really like it. It increases the speed of his attacks as well, which actually seems to be where most of the DPS comes from. It lasts a limited time, and the cooldown is 20 seconds, so you got to make sure to use it right. What's really nice here is you want to kind of focus the backline and focus some of those DPS or squishies, because you're really able to push out that damage fast, and they can't really react in time. The AoE is nice, but it doesn't do as much damage as if you hit them directly. So I highly suggest, if you're playing Mag here, that you go for the backline, use the extra damage and extra DPS to really mess them up, and you got to be real careful that you only do it when you have the opportunity to strike. The ultimate. So I really like this one. When you press Q, he'll raise his staff in the air, very visual, cards will start swirling around. He confirms who he's going to be targeting. Everyone in that range gets gradual healing, gets increased healing when they're healed, can jump higher, and their attacks hit twofold. It's not direct double damage, but it's very similar to the Mag ultimate, or Mag team up rather, where when they do damage, there's a slight second kinetic blast that will kind of overtune and overcharge that damage a bit. Overall, I really like this ultimate. The downside is that Gambit doesn't really get any base effects himself. He's very killable, so beside that gradual healing, you gotta make sure you don't get pulled or taken out. And that, my friends, is Gambit. The newest strategist in the game. I really do think he, at this point, is on par among the very few actual strategists. He does require that strategy to play. You have to use his cleanse very often. I highly suggest be careful with those card resources, right? They're not a dime a dozen. Use them. He's a lot of fun. I really enjoy him. I think you guys will have a great time with him. Try him out. Please go to Quick Play first. I'm already seeing people play him in ranked, but he's still really good. I think he'll be viable. Triple support, definitely still going strong with him. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a good day.